to really talk about this topic because it actually it's something I went over with myself this past week because, the end of the month. What is going on? Okay, there we go. The end of the month, and I had certain goals that were definitely just like not met, but that's okay, right? Because I realized, well, how are you going to meet these goals? You can't just give up. And it all stems from belief in that I know I can achieve whatever the hell I want to achieve. I just need to execute a plan. And me and one of my coworkers, we were talking about how, when you go through certain things, it's very easy to just kind of doubt yourself. And guys, I'm the first person, like, I'll have things going so good, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, you did that such a good way. And I'm like, yeah, but I could have done it this way. Like, I'll be the first person to doubt my own skill, doubt myself. And then I'm sitting there like, why? When you know you can achieve everything. And I had that moment last week, and I'm keeping it very raw and unfiltered, and this is why I wanted to do this topic. But I sat there and I had a moment with myself, a chef moment, if you will, in the walk-in. And I was just like, okay, Mandy, why are you getting like so worked up about this when you know that it might not happen right this second, but for absolute 100% certainty, it's going to happen at some point. So take a deep breath, put your head down, and grind. That's all it is you need to sit down, recollect yourself, get your shit together, put it in a little box, as they say on Rick and Morty. I don't know if you guys watch that show, but put it in a little box and keep it moving. Push through your goals. Coco says it all the time. You have to work past the failure. And that comes from believing in yourself. And I was listening to a motivational video this morning about belief, right? And the first thing he said is belief is an absolute certainty knowledge that you will achieve what you want. That is the definition of that in his little speech. And that resonated with me because it's like, yeah, you have to absolutely know that it's going to happen for it to actually happen. Because we talk about manifestation all the time, guys. If you don't believe in it, you're never going to make a plan to go after it. It's just going to be a little dream that sits here. And that's it. It's going to sit there and it's going to never become anything. And then you're going to go through life and there's going to be little ghosts of regret around you after that's like, you could have done this, but you didn't believe in it. Why? Why are you doubting yourself when you have all the power in the world to write your own success story? It comes from you. Nobody else writes your success story. That's a job done by you. And you need to take that and run with it. You need to believe that you can do whatever the hell you want to do. And guess what, guys? Manifestation, it will happen. It might not happen when you want it. And I realized that last week. I realized God is funny with timing. And it doesn't happen when you want it to happen. But if you keep believing in yourself and with absolute certainty, you understand it's gonna happen. You just have to work a little harder. You might have to wake up a little bit earlier. You might have to post a little bit more. You might have to socialize a little bit more and get yourself out there, out your comfort zone, right? But it will happen if you keep believing it's going to happen. Like, I was talking to my dad the other day about my dream to be 35, be a millionaire by 35. And he kind of chuckled and he's like, how are you going to make that happen? And I was like, well, I believe it's going to happen, so it's going to happen. And he's like, how? And then I started telling him my plans. And he was just like, oh shit, you have a plan. And I was like, yeah, because I believe that this is going to be my time. I got so worked up, I got parched. Sorry, guys. I have a game plan because I sat down with myself and said, Mandy, you can do this. And the only reason I said that and was able to do that was because I believed in myself. I said, I'm going to be able to achieve this. It's going to happen. I don't care how I got to do it. And that's how I was able to write down a plan. Now I've started to execute certain things. I've started pushing Mandy's Treats more, which I have to change the name now, but whatever. I started pushing that more. I started putting myself out there, talking to people more about the Monet stuff. I started believing more and more that, holy shit, this is obtainable. I can do this. And it only happens from your creation. You can't go out there and expect somebody else to believe in you for you. That doesn't work. If you rely on other people's opinions to tell you how your success story is going to be written, it's going to be a really shitty story because you gave somebody else the pen to write your own shit, right? Like, guys, you have to write it. You have to believe, you have to create. If you rely on somebody else for your happiness, guys, what happens when they go? What happens if the person that you relied on your belief system for goes, or they flip script on you? You're going to be shattered and left there with nothing because you put all your eggs in that basket. And when the basket broke, all your eggs went to crap. They fell, they shattered. You can't pick up the pieces. The yolks are falling everywhere. Like, that's what it is. So if you take control of that, if you say, I believe I can do this, I don't care what anybody else says, it's gonna happen. If you say, I'm the controller of my happiness, I'm the controller of my peace and my sanity, that is a power move. That is beyond powerful. And when you take that control and you take that power move on, the blessings that flow in your life, because that is God's, like, I'm not even trying to be preachy, but that's God's way of showing you, you can get it. Just focus, boo-boo. Just focus on you. Focus on everything you want and go after it. What are you waiting for? What is it that's holding you back? Because you don't believe in yourself? Because you don't think you can do it? Why? You think if, like, I was watching this video and he said, do you think if Serena Williams didn't believe in herself, she would be the #1 tennis player? Y'all, do you think if, like, I'm sure most of you know this person. Y'all, if you think Gordon Ramsay is the way he is because he didn't believe in himself, come on. That dude has so much belief in himself that he'll go and tell people all about his good shit. They got to that level of success in their own industry because they believed in themselves, because they said, I can do this. I'm going to run this and I'm going to go, and I don't care who's behind me. I don't care who's ahead of me. I'm going to sprint. I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to get what I deserve because I'm worth it. That is in correlation with belief too. You got to believe you're worth it, boo-boo. You got to believe you deserve it. Because if you don't believe you're worth it or deserve it, you're never going to fully believe in the dream. You're never going to execute a plan, and you're never going to go for it. So I'm going to sum this up before I get too rambling. My point is, guys, you have to take control. A lot of us rely on other people's opinions to help us make moves in our lives. We go, oh, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think that's a good idea? And sometimes when people tell us it's not, we stop. And why? Why? When you already said it's going to happen, why let that waver your belief system? You have to be so in control that no matter what happens, whether it's illnesses, whether it's people not believing in you, whether it's, you're in a financial crisis and you think, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. No, put on your big girl pants or your big boy pants, because we do have men on the team. Put them on, strap them up, and say, I got this. That's a hurdle. Just kick it down. When hurdles come your way, don't let it shatter your belief system. Okay? Because what is a belief? It's 100% absolute certainty that it will happen no matter what. No matter what the timing is, it's gonna happen. So when these hurdles come, that's just God's way of saying it's not your time yet. This wasn't meant for you right now. I gotta put you to another test to figure this out. Once you take this test and you pass it, it lets me know that you understand where you're at and you can move forward. I can't let you move forward yet. I'm sorry, boo-boo. That's all that is. So do not let it shake your belief system in that you're doing something, you're building yourself, you're empowering people, whatever it may be. If you let that one little hurdle stop you, you're going to have a lifetime of regret saying, damn, I should have done that, or I could have done that. Yeah, you could have, boo-boo. But you said, oh, damn, I got to wake up early. Shit, I don't want to do that. That's going to stop you from your dream. That one little thing, really? That's like somebody being a personal trainer, right? And going after their six-pack, and they said, oh, but I really want the Big Mac. Well, do you want the six-pack or the Big Mac? That's what you have to tell yourself, okay? And that, like everything that I've discussed in this, It all stems from simply saying, I got this. No matter what. There have been times, guys, where right now, where I work, doing 2 stations. I don't know why I just did both hands. 2 stations. And I'm sitting there running back and forth like a little ninja. And I have people telling me all day long, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you can do this? And guys, I shit you not, last week I got really annoyed and I did let it get to me a little bit. That's why I had the moment in the walk-in. And I sat there and I was like, why are you letting these people tell you can't do this? You've done this shit before. You've done 90-hour weeks in New York City doing 3 stations at one time. Why are you letting these people tell you because they look at you and they see that you're just this small little girl and they think you can't do it? No, show them that you can do it. That was truly God's hurdle to me, was all these people coming at me questioning if I could do my job, right? So what do? I sit there and tell myself, girl, you got this. Don't let them tell you you can't do this. And you know what? You do it times 10 and you show out. You show them, yeah, you asked me to do X, Y, and Z, but boo-boo, I can do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's how you get it. That's how you believe in yourself. That's how you kick down a hurdle and you kick it in the face and you say, get out my way. I got shit to do. I got dreams to make happen. That is what believing in yourself does. It gives you that power back in your life. It makes you go after anything. There was a time, and I tell Ariana all the time, I am blessed that she brought me onto this, because before this, I was living in my comfort zone. I was running businesses inside a comfort zone, and that doesn't work, right? She taught me you have to believe in yourself and you can do whatever you want. Guys, I never even got on videos before, and now I'm here spitting to y'all on a video, okay? But it's because I sat there and I said, okay, you know what? I can do this. I can do it. And it took one time. And then I said, okay, I can keep going. I can keep going. Belief, guys, boom. Mind blowing. I know it's simple. We always forget it. We always do. It's hard. We will forget it, but you have to sit there and self-evaluate and remind yourself that you're a badass little boss and you can do whatever the hell you want to do. But you got to believe. You see, it all ties together. But pretty much that's how I want to close that out, is you just have to believe in yourself, because you're not going to execute anything if you don't. It's just not going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen, boo boo, you got the game twisted and you need to go reevaluate that. But guys, again, I think that we often forget, and I wanted to come on here, especially with all the new people, and bless up. We got amazing little team going now. We building and growing and flourishing now. And I just wanted to come on here because believing in yourself sets the tone for your business. If you half-ass it, guess what? You're going to get a half-ass response from clientele. They're going to kind of be like, maybe later. But if you go full throttle and you believe in the power and you believe in whatever the hell you're doing, guess what? That's contagious. You want to be successful in this business? You got to believe. You got to go after it. Because if you believe, people are going to look at you and be like, oh shit, that's how she did it. I got to go do it. If you don't show any belief in yourself, nobody's going to want to watch. Nobody's going to want to be participating in your story. Nobody's going to want to be on that journey with you. They're going to be like, wow, she's kind of just trailing through life. It's the truth. It's the hard, cold truth that you have to do it. So on that note, guys, I love y'all, but I also have to get ready for Motivational Monday too. But I think that, I hope that something hits you guys in this call to simply just take that control back in your life. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, but you got to do it for you. You're worth it. You deserve it. So today on Monday, best day of the week, go out there and believe in yourself. Do me that one favor. Just believe, even if it's for 30 minutes, please just believe in yourself and see how much you can accomplish. But I hope y'all have a blessed Monday, and I'll see you guys in the chat. So have a good one, y'all.